Hello my lovely viewers, and welcome to another video of sports on your ultimate sports channel, Chelsea channel, Fauzan Haroon channel, sports channel stroke Chelsea channel, Fauzan Haroon channel. Please thank you for meeting here once again with me, and if this happens to be your first time of joining me on the show, please let me tell you one secret. It is secret. And for a channel to be move on and be successful and get more endorsements from YouTube, you need to subscribe more. And that is why I'm pleading you to subscribe more to the channel. Nothing is free. It doesn't cost a thing. Just that subscribe, and YouTube knows that the channel is being subscribed, and hence it goes on accordingly. That's all. That's what I'm asking from you. Nothing more. I'm not asking you to pay me any amount of money. No, not at all. Your duty is to subscribe if you are a fan of sports, or less maybe if you are not a fan of sports, fine. That one I can't force you. Thank you very much for joining me once again, and we are excited today, much more excited than the word excitement. The reason being that Chelsea won 4-0 against Crystal Palace. Hooray! The first time in many matches as well. The first time we're keeping clean sheet in many matches as well. And already the issue of the clean sheet as well as the win is being celebrated. And I do agree with Chelsea fans that we should continue to celebrate this win. Anybody who thinks that we shouldn't celebration of this win is a sign of mediocrity, then definitely that person is out of this world, out of the ordinary. I wouldn't want to call that person mad, but that person may be heading towards that direction. And the reason being that I'm giving you this highlight because Chelsea paused the game from the start to the end of the game, and already some of our Chelsea critics and haters, sometimes, let me tell you this thing, you can be critical of Chelsea by trying to improve Chelsea. That is well accepted. Even among Chelsea vloggers, is well accepted. But if your criticism is being done out of hatred or jealousy, then definitely you are not the kind of person to talk about Chelsea. You should be that as it may, because so far as we understand that some of those guys, they are doing journalists as their job. They ought to talk about Chelsea, but they have to do it with a sort of respect that Chelsea deserves, because Chelsea is one of the European elites, club elites in Europe and the world at large, because we have won the Champions League and we are the only lending club to do so. And we plus Manchester United and Liverpool are respected and we're holding the flag of England in Europe, and so we ought to be respected accordingly. Why am I bringing this issue of respect back and forth? The reason being that one journalist, Miguel Delany, seems to estimate the win that Chelsea recorded, the 4-0 win, and he said that Chelsea attackers misfired in rout against Palace. Chelsea defenders, sorry, he put it in this manner. I'm not quoting him, so some of the words may be substituted, but I'm saying the sort of words he used, though I'm not quoting him exactly, but those kind of words that he used, I'm trying to repeat some of them, not necessarily quoting him verbatim. And he said Chelsea defense bails out the attack. Chelsea's defense bails out misfiring attacks in rout against Palace. Right, that was his headline, and he went ahead to say that Roman Abramovich wouldn't be happy with this kind of win in which the attackers and the strikers will not be scoring, but the team will rather be depending on the defenders to do the scoring for the team. And one thing that I'm telling these journalists is that in a football match we have 11 players, and there isn't any compulsion that a striker or wingers should only score. That if defenders score is a taboo or will not be accepted or something of that sort. There isn't a taboo regarding that fact. And so I don't understand why he's trying to say that the win, if you didn't watch the match, you would think that it's a rout, but it's not necessarily a rout. It's a result of mistake of Mamadou Sakho of Crystal Palace. Come on. One thing that I do read from research. In my research, I do try to read so many people, and so I happen to accidentally chance upon this journalist. And the reason being that when Chelsea wins and our attackers score 1 or 2 and win 2-0, they say it's not enough. We spend so much money on transfer. We should be winning by more goals here and there, so and so. But now when we win 4-0 and our defenders and midfield, even he said defenders scored. But let me draw his attention. It's not only defenders that scored. Jorginho is an attacking midfielder. He initiates the attack, and he is the linkage from the defense that's ranging from the midfield, from the defense to the attack. And so he's part of the attacking team. Whether you look at it from depending on the angle you want to analyze the issue, is part of the attacking team. And so it's not only defenders that scored on the night. It's not only Chilwell and Zuma that scored. And Jorginho also scored 2 penalties. He's also part of the attack. And so you see, these are the kind of attitude that haters try to report on Chelsea issues. If I'm not saying you shouldn't talk about Chelsea or criticize Chelsea, do so with good faith. Don't do it as if you are doing with a sort of jealousy. Already when we Chelsea bought so many players during the transfer window, so many people were saying they are expecting us to win the league, do this or that, putting so much pressure on Frank Lampard and the team. We Chelsea fans understand our team, and we are not forcing Frank Lampard. We are giving him time systematically, though now we think that we have a best shape. The kind of 11 that we the Frank Lampard selected on that day is nearing to our 11, is near to our final 11, because Frank Lampard has been changing his lineup here and there, and I think this is one of the best lineup that he has to settle with one or few moderations by the introduction of Hakim Ziyech, Pulisic, and where necessary Mason Mount. And in my last program I said Mason Mount, is overused, and hence Lampard heeded to that advice and dropped Mason Mount in this occasion. In the next match, I expect Mason Mount to come back. The reason being that we won the match fine. I'm excited. So many of our fans are excited. But I think in the first half, the chances that Callum Hudson-Odoi had, if it were to be Mason Mount, the match would have ended 6-0 or 7-0. Because Mason Mount has better shooting abilities than Callum Hudson-Odoi. Callum Hudson-Odoi is an excellent player. I'm not hitting on him. He's an excellent player. No doubt about that. He played a good game. But he could have capped it with 1 or 2 goals, judging from the runs and the dribbles that he had on the day. And let me try to do some ratings of the players, and then as you are aware, I'm not going to repeat the goal scorers. You have access to that. Mendy had positive, and in this game, it's one of the games that most of Chelsea players had positives, with Ben Chilwell having the man of the match. Remember, in my ratings, I do positive, average, and then negative. None of the players in this game had negative. And of course, it reflects in the scoreline. 4-0 scoreline, clean sheet. Surely nobody should, it will be difficult for anybody to have a negative in this game. Edward Mendy, the goalkeeper, had positive, of course. Azpilicueta also had positive. Thiago Silva had positive. Kurt Zuma had positive. Benjamin Chilwell had positive, of course. He was the man of the match. N'Golo Kante had positive. Jorginho had positive. Hudson-Odoi had average. Kai Havertz had positive. Timo Werner had average. Tammy Abraham had average. And so you could see that Chelsea had 71% of possession, while Crystal Palace had 29% of possession. If this is your first time of joining me on the show, please do well to hit the subscribe button and touch the notification bell for me. Give me thumbs up if you enjoy the presentation, and send in your comment as well. Most importantly, please share the program for others to also join the excitement that you are joining. And also there is this another topic whereby people were trying to say that Benjamin Mendy didn't have much to do in the game. No shot came onto him here and there. And I will say it's not by accident. It's not by accident. It's as a result of his proper organization of the defense. He talks to them where necessary. You can see him shouting where necessary. That is what Kepa lacks. Kepa, sometimes it seems he's afraid to talk to the defenders, hence resulting in so many mistakes in which it will result in conceding of so many goals. You see, so Edward Mendy shout on the defenders, and they tried to reorganize themselves. So before you could say Jack or any of their opponents will land on the ball, the place is well secured and covered. He will have less to do. That's a hallmark of a goalkeeper. The kind of Peter Cech and the Thibaut Courtois, that was what they were doing. They were talking to the defenders. So it's not by accident that the Crystal Palace had 0 chance on shots on target. So let's do some screening. So you saw the scoreline there, 4-0. And then this is Edward Mendy, our new darling boy and #1 goalkeeper. That's Zuma heading his goal, second goal. Zuma, they're celebrating there. Zuma and Ben Chilwell, on the day they were fantastic. Ben Chilwell, they're celebrating his first goal. And congratulations to Ben Chilwell for scoring his first goal in Chelsea colours. For scoring his first goal in Chelsea colours, we congratulate Benjamin Chilwell for scoring his first goal in Chelsea colours. If this happens to be your first time of joining me on the show, please do well to hit the subscribe button and touch the notification bell for me. It's free. It doesn't cost anything, just free. Just do that for me. God will richly bless you for that. Without much ado, I will, let me see if there are some few things to wrap up on before I call an end to this program. Yeah, so without much ado, I will say wherever you are, thank you very much for joining me on this special video and special presentation on Chelsea winning 4-0 against Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge. Hopefully, we're going to be meeting in more videos on this channel. Please do well to join the community by hitting the subscribe button and touching the notification bell, so that anytime there is a live program or program is being uploaded, when the program is uploaded, you're going to be notified accordingly. Thank you very much for joining me. God richly bless you. Cheers. Bye-bye.